Hello, today I will be opening up a Modern Horizons 2 collector booster box. So, set recently came out and probably one of the most hyped up Magic sets ever. And these boxes are very expensive as well. But the set's really interesting. There's a lot of cool cards, as well as some pretty good reprints. A lot of Modern Horizons 1 reprints that I haven't opened for probably 2 years. I think, yeah, it's been 2 years since Modern Horizons 1 came out. And the most exciting cards here for me are probably the old retro frames and the etched retro framed foil. So these packs are very fancy and very expensive. So let's get started. Definitely excited to finally open this set. And I'm probably going to be taking this a little bit slower since there's quite a few cards I'm not too familiar with. So, since it's a set that's meant to be a little bit more advanced than a standard set. So, fodder tosser with the goblin. Looks like some vampire out of Ixalan. So Flame Blitz. This is I saw this card in the preview. It's like Planeswalker Hate, Extreme Planeswalker Hate. Pretty cool card. And yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna split these up. Probably the usual rares, mythics, and then uncommons, commons. I know these are etched. So see if you can. The camera can actually capture it. Very unique lands. Probably put these in a commander deck. Put them aside. So suspend, exile target creature, and put 2 time counters on it. It's not too bad for one mana blue removal. Oop. And there's also these sketch cards. Not too sure what to think of them. Obviously, I'm more excited about the retro frames, but we'll see if there's any ones that look cool. Abundant Harvest. And Magus of the Bridge as the first, as the second rare. So not too bad, I guess. And yeah, these are the cards I'm most excited about. So starting off with a Terminal Agony, destroy target creature, and it has Madness. Put these aside as well. Prophetic Titan. This is etched as well, Gorilla Shaman. And etched foil Giver of Ruins. It's a pretty good pull. It's supposed to be white, but it's very faded looking. It almost looks like an artifact, actually. Retro artifact. And an Ayula Queen Among Bears, foil retro frame. Very cool. So, first pack, nothing too fancy. Though I do like the Giver of Ruins. Oh, Squirrel Token. There's a lot of squirrels in this set as well. So, regular Terminal Agony. I actually haven't seen all the mythics. I might have missed some of the mythic spoilers, so I might be surprised, hopefully pleasantly surprised. Enchantment Creature, Human Shaman, Storm God's Oracle. Skyblade's Boon. Yeah, normally I go right through these uncommons, but since I guess it's a modern set, some of them can be really good. Seal of Removal, not too bad with Lurrus maybe. Oh, foil Etched Swamp, very cool. And Blood Raid Marauder. So it has Cascade as long as they're 4. Yeah, it's Delirium, so. Jade Avenger. And oh, that's a good pull. Shardless Agent. I know they added that to Modern. I think this is the alternate art. Fairy Seer. The blue old frame. Those are foils are always the best looking. Even from when I remember playing way back. Rakdos Headliner. Nested Shambler. Yeah, I like the foils more than the etched, actually, for the old retro frames. And oh wow, there's the, this is why these are so expensive actually. So this is an etched retro frame Misty Rainforest. Okay. So many variants, but yeah, that's why these boxes are so expensive. And wow, I think this was also one of those cards that was a chase card. So this is a foil alternate art Grief. There's a cycle of these, and these are pretty unique. I like the ones that have flash because you can end up using them basically on your opponent, even if your opponent goes first. So gonna be interesting to see if this card is good. On the surface, it looks good. So that was, yeah, these packs, they can be really, really big hits. One mythic I know I want is that Squirrel General. I think Chatterfang, I think's the name of it. Forget. Another fodder tosser. Still like the trebuchet instructions. Artifact, they added dual artifact lands that are indestructible. Enters the battlefield tapped. Interesting. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Surveil 1, and has Delirium, it gets +2/+2 and is flying. So, interesting as an aggro card. Radiant Epicure. Converge. And oh, hopefully get one of each at least. So get a Etched Forest, very cool. And oh, there's the first squirrel card. Chitter Spitter. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may sacrifice a token. If you do, put an acorn counter on Chitter Spitter. Squirrels you control get +1/+1 for each acorn counter on Chitter Spitter. And tap 1, create a 1/1 green creature token. Squirrel green creature token. So yeah, these are like the commander cards they put in here that I think a lot of players will want to use. And another squirrel, Ravenous Squirrel. Action. This is a squirrel who eats everything. And yeah, so far I haven't really seen one of these sketch cards that I've really liked. Harmonic Prodigy, 1/3 with Prowess. And if an ability of a shaman or another wizard you control triggers that ability, triggers at an additional time. And it's a 2-drop. Not sure if it'll replace something like Soulscar Mage. I definitely won't replace Monastery Swiftspear. And Galvanic Relay. Yeah, the old foils look a lot better than the etched in my opinion. Even though I know the fetch lands, the ones that are the most expensive are the etched fetch lands. The etched retro frame. Oh, another squirrel. Squirrel Sovereign. Squirrel Lord. 2-drop Squirrel Lord. Nice. Brainstone. It's an artifact. Yeah, I really have to go back and look. These I can really appreciate from the collector's boosters. And oh wow, these are so good. These packs are just juiced. Gonna be interesting what happens to the prices of these. I don't sell these, definitely not immediately at least. I usually keep the cards. And this is a Ranger, Captain of Eos. One of the mythics for Modern Horizon was one. It's played in those like Heliod Company decks that let you do the Ballista combo. So definitely a really good pull. And wow, these packs are, yeah, they made them expensive, but they also loaded these packs. What can you say? Sword of Hearth and Home. So one of the swords, and it's foil retro framed. Very cool. So first pack was kind of a little bit slow, but now we're only 3 packs in, and this is already like ridiculous. I'll probably have to see more booster boxes to see how this box compares. If everybody's getting ridiculous pulls like these, people should at least be happy that they'll enjoy cheap singles. Because fetch lands alone already eat up a lot of the value. So I've got a swamp, another swamp, not bad. And oh, this card also has been talked about a lot. Dauthi Voidwalker. It's supposed to be, I think it's one of the more expensive rares. A lot of people are excited about what this card can do. So it has shadow, which means I think it can't be blocked by it can only be blocked by other creatures with shadow, and it can only block other creatures with shadow, I think. And if a card would be put into your opponent's graveyard from anywhere, exile it with a void counter instead, so kind of like rest in peace. After, well, not everything gets exiled immediately once it comes into play. And then you can sacrifice it and choose an exiled card your opponent owns with a void counter. So it's interesting. Could do something ridiculous, like play this on turn 2, and then turn 3, like Thoughtseize your opponent, and just take their best card, like Jace the Mind Sculptor or something. Definitely an interesting card. Seems like it would be good in some kind of like mono black aggro deck, but those aren't really played in Modern right now. Gargadon. And another mythic, Sarah's Emissary. As it enters the battlefield, choose a card type. You and creatures you control have protection from the chosen card type. So this is more of a reanimation target. I think there's another like black card in here that's a reanimation target. And with these packs, I think you're guaranteed 4 rares or mythics, so you can usually count. In the back, we still haven't got any. So if you don't get them early, that means you might get some fancy variants, which is good. So far, we've got 2 cards. And Violent and Tumor. Glimmer Baron and Oof. Interesting, it's etched. Pretty cool etched card. And Chainer Nightmare Adept. Is that from, Chainer was from, I think, Torment, way back then, way back in the day. And another Magus of the Bridge. So, 4 packs in already, lots of, especially that Sword, the Ranger, and of course the fetch land. Not sure what the average amount of fetch lands is, but these are the versions you want to be getting. Hard Evidence. Liquid Metal Torque. Oh, another, it's the 4. Still no plains or islands that are etched yet. And Glimpse of Tomorrow. I think I want there was that green Glimpse that's kind of like Yawgmoth's Will, but has Suspend. Faithless Salvaging. Oh, is that a Planeswalker? Yep. It's alternate extended art, whatever it's called. Alternate art, full art Planeswalker. Grist the Hunger Tide. I think, I looked up the 3 Planeswalkers. This one is brand new. I don't think it's referenced in any other card in Magic's history, so not sure. There's really no information about this Planeswalker. It's like this insect thing that costs 3 and lets you create insects. So, pretty interesting card. You can, I think you can hit this with Collected Company, which is very interesting. Floodhound foil. Oh, I just love the blue retro frame foils. They're so clean looking. Definitely my favorite. Step Through. Would be nice to get like an Urza or Force of Negation. Weather the Storm from Modern Horizons 1. Etched foil retro frames. Very cool. And Out of Time. Oh. So it's kind of like when it enters the battlefield, untap all creatures and phase them out until Out of Time leaves the battlefield. Put a time counter on Out of Time for each creature phased out. Oh, so it's like interesting sweeper. 3 mana. And wow. So, got a etched retro frame, etched foil retro frame Misty Rainforest, and now we got an extended art Misty Rainforest. Now looking at these 2, yeah, this one looks a lot cooler. I think I can see why these are the most desired. So, let's go with pack number 6. Another squirrel token. Oh, probably missed some of these rares, didn't I? Yeah, I'll have to go back through this later anyways. Discerning Taste. Oh, there's a lot of interesting storm cards they added. Green storm cards, including like that dinosaur that's just gigantic. So another mountain. So we got 2 and 2 of each. And yeah, I'm not going to try to pronounce this. So it's a human wizard. As long as you've discarded a card this turn, you may pay 1 mana to cast the spell, and when it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a card named the Underworld Cookbook, reveal it, and put it into your hand. It's an interesting card. Almost looks like a joke. Sylvan Anthem. 2 mana and green Anthem. Pretty cool, and it lets you scry. Nested Shambler. Another Abundant Harvest. Marble Gargoyle. Oh, new Merfolk. There's also that Merfolk Lord, I think. This one looks very cool. I love the blue. Even the etched blue cards are very cool looking. So Rishadan Dockhand, and it lets you tap down lands. Kind of like Rishadan Port. Oh, nice. And this is what I was hoping to get. The green, they finally printed there was the swamp, what's it called? Urberg's Tomb or whatever. Tomb of Ur. And yeah, they finally printed Yavimava Cradle of Growth, which is the green version of this. I think, yeah, getting this in a foil retro frame, this might be down the line, one of the more desired cards, I think. Very good pull. Actually, going to put that aside because I like that card so much. One of the pools I was hoping to get. I actually consider it to be almost equivalent to a fetch land. So 6 packs, and I already feel like I almost got a box worth, but then you remember how expensive these are compared to even regular collector's boosters. Very high sticker cost, and first island. Actually, see if there were any unique. And this one's not bad, Power Depot, I know, like the Floodhound. And Karth the Lion. Oh, so this is like for... You can like make some kind of like Planeswalker commander deck with this. Pretty cool. Mishra's Factory. It's a nice rare to get. It's got the alternate art, full art, blacksmith skill, and it's got Dakin, who is one of the Planeswalkers. We got Gris the Hunger Tide so far. Gargadon. Monoskelion, so kind of like Triskelion, except small. And wow, these are so good. Look at this. Foil, or not foil, etched Prismatic Vista retro framed. Looks kind of, yeah, the etched, I like the Misty Rainforest, but I do prefer the foils otherwise, usually. This one's still pretty cool looking. Put that aside as well. And a Void Mirror. Whenever a player casts a spell, if no colored mana was spent to cast it, counter that spell. So, Extreme Tron Hate. Guess it wouldn't affect like Eldrazi Tron, because I think they play Cavernous Souls. But I could definitely hose some others. Kitchen Imp. Oh, another one of the artifact lands. So yeah, 5 more packs still, and still so many good. There's at least one good hit in every pack. Gonna be interesting to see what the prices of these is long term. And Swamp. So Academy Manufactor, pretty cool. Floodhound. Thought Monitor. And oh, another of these blue foils, so good. Even if these aren't good, Aereo Amoeba. Talisman of Conviction, it's good for Commander. Angelic Curator. And, oh, etched Garth One Eye. Yeah, I think we're getting all the expensive cards. This box is so good right now. So choose a card name that hasn't been chosen from among Disenchant, Brain Geyser, Terror, Shivan Dragon, Regrowth, and Black Lotus. Create a copy of that card with the chosen name. You may cast the copy. It's a really unique card. Pretty cool. And a foil extended art. Haven't actually got too many of these. Zabaz the Glimmer Wisp. And a Timeless Witness. Wonder what this is from. Where that token's made in this set. And let's see, how many packs left? So, yep, 4 more packs. Pretty happy with the pool so far. Would be nice to get at least one more really good pool, especially maybe one more fetch land. I've only got 2 so far. Nightmare Bird, Foul Watcher. Dehada's Ploy. Dehada, I think, is the other Planeswalker. See if we could get that. I know that what's interesting about that Planeswalker, it's referenced in only one other card in Magic's history. I think it's I looked it up. It's Lure from 5th edition. This Grist, though, on the other hand, I don't think there were any references to it anywhere. Oh, another island. No planes yet. Brea's Apprentice. Oh, they got Kavus back from, I think, the Invasion, like, Planeshift set block. And, oh, this is one of the desired rares. Ignoble Hierarch. Kind of like Noble Hierarch, except in Jund colors. Don't know if this would be played more in, like, Jund or Infect decks. It's an interesting card, though. So probably one of the better rares to pull, outside of, like, fetch lands. And Chatterstorm. Storm, create a 1/1 green squirrel creature token. Looks very... Love these old foils. Another Terminal Agony. I think this is the second one. And Deep Forest Hermit. So etched from Modern Horizons 1. A lot of squirrel cards. With a Diamond Lion. So kind of like Lion's Eye Diamond. The card that's on the reserved list. And Orchard Strider, Lightning Spear. Let's see. Actually, yeah, starting to have seen most of these uncommons and commons. Squirrel Sanctuary, that's a new one. Like the art on that. Oh, first etched planes, so now I got one of each at least. Another Rishadan Dockhand. World Weary. And Verdant Command, so choose 2. Great Squirrels. Not a super powerful command, but who knows, maybe it could be useful. Another Weather the Storm. I like this more than the etched one. Goblin Anarchomancer. Universal Automaton. Upheaval from Odyssey. Etched, very cool. And Timeless Dragon. Constable of the Realm. So yeah, these are more like draft cards now. Forest. And Necrogoyf. And Lens Flare. Oh, another Grief. So this one's not foil, but still a pretty good pull. Hopefully this is a card that ends up being very good. King of the Pride, another great card for Modern Horizons, for cat decks. Mind Collapse, and Etch Necrogoyf. Oh, there's one more card. And a Vindicate, foil alternate art. Oh, this is a sweet card. Probably one of the cooler rares I've pulled. And for the final pack. Storm God's Oracle. Oh, another plane, so at least 2 of each. Profane Tutor. Not too bad. I think also one of the better rares to get. And Sithis Harvest's Hand. So whenever you cast an enchantment spell, so maybe a commander you could play. Kitchen Imp. Another Glimmer Baron. Quirion Ranger. And oh, this card that I'm not even going to try to pronounce. And foil extended art Karth the Lion also, so very cool card to get. So in terms of the value, I don't know. I'm sure it's there. I'm sure prices are going to come down, but don't plan on selling the cards. Pretty happy with the pulls. We got at least one of the really fancy fetch lands, the Misty Rainforest. Etched Prismatic Vista. So very good land pulls. Yavimaya, Cradle of Growth. Was hoping to get this for a commander deck. And yeah, the Misty Rainforest extended art. Mythics are pretty good. I'm not sure if there are bulk mythics in this set, but they all seem pretty useful. Garth, Grist, Sarah's Emissary, Sword of Hearth and Home, Ranger Captain of Eos, and 2 Grief, including a foil one. And for the rares, I really like the Vindicate, Rishadan Dockhand, Diamond Lion, foil extended art, and one of these Ignoble Hierarch, which is pretty good. What else? Some Tron Hate, another Karth the Lion, Mishra's Factory. And 1 Douthie Voidwalker, which is a very interesting pull. Probably won't be opening more Modern Horizons for a while. I might pick up a set booster box somewhere down the line once they become, I think like the 2nd or 3rd print runs, they'll become, I feel like a lot cheaper. Probably like $200. Alright, thanks for watching, and until next time.